A brand new crucial piece of detail from Deadpool and Wolverine has hit the net, and it reveals a rather dark and bizarre connection to the film Logan. And well, it's already causing some controversy because it potentially hurts that film, which we'll talk about. Okay, so there's been a lot of speculation on just what exactly we're going to be shown in Deadpool and Wolverine, which multiverses they go to, and how do they treat the events of Logan. Because we've heard that they're not touching the events of that film, they're not going to mess with them at all. That stays the way it was supposed to, ignore it. Well, a brand new report from people that saw the early screenings in China, the first 35 minutes, have hit the net, and there's a better description now of a specific scene. So what we find out is that the forest that we see in the Deadpool and Wolverine trailer, you know, the forest that's covered in snow and Deadpool is cutting down all sorts of bad guys, that specific forest is the same forest that Logan died in at the end of Wolverine. Now, what makes things even crazier is that the weapons that Deadpool is using, the adamantium weapons, are actually Logan's bones that are dug up from the corpse of Logan. Now, this directly, obviously, flies in the face of what they said previously, which is we're not touching the events of Logan. That film stays, we're respecting it. And to me, this is still honoring that, because again, they're not retconning any piece of that. But I get some of the outrage, and I do think that it's valid. Like, you're going to tell us, hey, we're respecting that film. We don't want to mess with it. We don't want to, do anything to undo the legacy of Logan. He died, he's buried. But then Deadpool is going to dig up his corpse and use his bones, his adamantium bones and claws to cut down a bunch of TVA agents. He's literally desecrating a grave, which is straight up flying in the face of Logan and his death and him being buried there. Now, yeah, I get it. I kind of don't really like this, but again, there could be something that's missed in the translation of the footage, as we've seen before. I'm not trying to make excuses. I'm just saying we don't have the full knowledge of what's going on. Is it a variant of the events of Logan? But still, they're going to have to explain that, being like, hey, that's not the Logan from Logan. It's a different one. So let's do it. It's fine. I think that's kind of a little if that's their explanation. So, yeah, I get why this is controversial. I personally don't like it. But again, I guess it's going to be in the execution and what happens in the film. But just hearing about it, definitely not a fan of it.